Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like you to all wave those hands really close to the screen. Yeah, I love it. Look at that. We got Kit Kat, we got Natasha. We're going to start this off in the way that we know how. It goes, no, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Na 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 na. What? Electric umbrella. Nick, forgive me for what I'm about to do to you, but trust me, it'll work out in the end. Nick, it goes like this. I saw it in my dreams.
God, that's high.
Yeah, sorry.
Saw it in my dreams.
Those magical scenes.
Those magical scenes.
Amazing, amazing.
Amazing, amazing.
Electric fun.
Electric fun.
Sounds like a crooner version now. With lots of energy.
With lots of energy.
Oh, colourfully.
Oh, colourfully.
Fantastic, fantastic.
Fantastic, fantastic.
And then the word that everybody's been waiting for, Fan-dabby-dozy.
Fan-dabby-dozy.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give them a round of applause as we all go, strange time. But I think what has, we can all say, and we're going to get everybody involved in a moment, that music has been, it certainly has been for me, and I know almost everybody here could say the same thing, is that music for us has really been the thing that has connected us. It's been the thing that's brought us together, and it's been the thing that's seen us through. You know, is that something you can say? Have you listened to a lot of music? Have you been making music?
I've been kind of trying to. I've been doing a lot of homeschooling.
Yes, tell me about it.
I've got a 10-year-old. I've been doing that. I've been mowing lawns. I've been out in the countryside. I haven't done as much work as I could have done. I guess I've got a little studio down in my. It's just hip. I'm in the basement of my own house.
Yeah.
Probably not as much work as I should have done, to be honest.
Well, I think the thing is, calling it work is one thing as well, isn't it? Like,
yeah.
For me, for such a long time, it was always just work or play, and there was no distinguish between the two, you know?
Yeah. No, I've been reconnecting with because the last album that came out on vinyl, so I didn't have a record player, so I had to borrow one from a friend. So I went and revisited all my old vinyl, which is sort of dusty pile of vinyl in my living room, which is awesome. Which is great, yeah. I got 2 strong arms, blessings of Babylon time, to carry on, try for sins and false alarms. So to America the brave, wise men say, near a tree by a river there's a hole in the ground. A plan of yours, a blackbird sings on Bluebird Hill, thanks to the calling of the wild, wise man's child.
My question is, how long you been singing?
Okay, so when did you start singing? What was the seed of it?
Hi, Gavin. Well, legend has it, and my mum told me I used to sing in church in the kind of boys' choir or whatever.
Okay.
That and I would have been about 9 or 10 then, but I don't have any recollection of that. So no. I guess the first time I actually started singing on my own would have been, I was quite old actually. I was sort of in my mid-teens before I picked up a guitar and started singing at people.
Right.
Yeah.
And what do you remember? What your first gig was? Do you have like a you know, like as in with a guitar in front?
Yeah. Well, I remember I didn't have a guitar the first gig. That was Rushmere Village Hall, little village near Ipswich.
Right.
With a band called Thor.
Thor.
God of Thunder.
Yeah.
And we played sort of Bowie covers and T-Rex and a bit of Slade
Oh,
and going. And, I certainly remember that very strongly.
well,
Yeah.
that's fantastic. Hey, listen, I'm going to go to Charlie, and we're going to get another question in. Charlie, you were next on my screen there. Charlie, you all right?
Hey, Nick.
Hey, what's going on, Charlie?
Hey, Charlie.
I'm so glad to be here tonight.
Me too.
Thanks. Hi, Nick. Good to see you.
Hi, Charlie.
Hi.
Charlie,
How you been?
have you got a question?
Oh, yes, Tim. Nick, how are you tonight?
I'm very well, thanks, Charlie.
Oh, me too. I'm fine too. My
Good.
question is, what's your favorite movie? Have you got one?
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, that's heavy.
Favorite
That's a heavy
movies.
one.
Yeah, I've got loads of favorite movies. Let me think of a few. I love a bit of sci-fi.
That guy, you say?
Yeah, the original Blade Runner. Do you know that one?
Oh,
I love that movie, but
Yeah.
I've fallen asleep to it for the last 30 years. Every time it comes on, I just go into this sort of strange, soporific kind of coma. I love it. Though.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's one of my favorites, I guess.
me too.
Yeah.
I find movies too.
Charlie, what's your favourite film, Charlie?
Oh, well, if I have a favorite, it has to be Frozen. Have you watched that, Nick?
Yeah. Many times, Charlie.
Times. Thank you, Charlie. It is always a pleasure to have you light up our screens. Let's go to one more question, and I'm going to go to Joe. This is Joe Lacey. All right there, Joe.
Right, all right, Tom.
I'm all right. Now, Nick, this is Joe. He has famously the world's roundest head.
Hi, Joe.
So, you're in great company. Joe, what is your question, mate?
How many CDs have you released?
Whoa, that's a great question.
Okay.
How many albums?
9 studio albums. Okay, and then a couple of sort of solo acoustic ones, and about 9 or 10, something like that. Not that many considering how long I've been doing it, but
But you've done a lot right.
rather than quantity.
Yeah, well, that's what. But also, so Joe, we were talking the other day about vinyl records. So Nick has an album that we've written and produced throughout lockdown, and we were going to get it made on vinyl. And it was all getting exciting. It's coming out on the 26th of March, but we're only doing it on CD now because the vinyl guys said it was going to take 6 to 8 months. Joe,
God.
So Brexit, COVID. And the fact that every bugger is sitting around making records at the moment. So, we were really looking forward to having a record. Maybe we'll do that later on, Joe. What do you think?
Yeah.
It'd be good to have an Electric Umbrella album on vinyl, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Nick, you were saying that you've been listening to vinyl, because I'm a big vinyl fan. I believe in the science of it sounding better. It affects you, the way it hits your body, the way it goes in your ears, makes you feel good in a good way. My son yesterday, I put on a record, and he said, "Oh, Dad, this sounds live," and he was right. It sounded like the people were in the room with. Yeah. And that I really love. Like, is that something you've rediscovered when you vinyl records?
Because I was quite skeptical, really, because I spent years, and I was a big champion of CDs when they came out, and I was like, thank goodness CDs have come out, because we spend all this time and energy working on the sound on a hi-hat for, and then you put it on a record and it's all crunchy and horrible and blah, blah, blah. So when CDs came out, I thought, that's brilliant. And I was a bit skeptical about vinyl, but when I had to listen to my own test pressing, I thought, this sounds fantastic. This is just, it's like this sort of warm, crackly, it's like a warm fire going in the background. There's definitely a warmth to it and a personality that I wasn't.
Well, I think there's a 3D nature as well. I find when I listen to vinyl with and I sort of force it upon my children. They don't know it's happening, but I feel like you can kind of climb inside it in a way that you can't with CD. A CD is like banging your face on a glass window. And when you put a record on, you can sort of like clamber amongst it, and you could go, I'll listen to the bass for a moment, and I'll just, it's a lovely thing.
Yeah, I honestly wasn't expecting to hear that much detail, but you can, it's all there. Yeah, amazing.
Yeah. Well, there's a reason it was there for such a long time, I suppose. Hey, let's try and get one more question in before we get another bit of music on the go. I'm going to ask, this is George. Hi, George.
Hello, Tom.
Hi, George.
George,
Hey,
pleasure
Nick.
to see you, George. Now, you and I haven't really spoken very much. We've certainly never met in person, which is, I can't wait until we get a chance to do so. George, where in the country are you?
I'm in the UK and I'm from Norwich.
From Norwich. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Over that way. So,
Yeah.
what is your question, George?
So I've got a question for Nick. When did you first become a singer, Nick? Why did you do that? Why did you like singing?
I was at school and a friend of mine had because my parents were always into music, so there was always music around, but that was kind of classical music or church music or whatever. It didn't really kind of float my boat at the time. But a mate of mine I just got talking to him, and he had an electric guitar, and I thought we just started hanging out at his house, and I was David Bowie, he was Mark Bolan or whatever. We just kind of got into the music of the time, and just from just sort of messing about in his front room, we just taking it to another level and actually performing in front of people. That was something else, and I just really got the bug for that. I thought, this is great, because nobody paid any attention to me before.
Yeah. In fact, my mum likes a bit of you because, there was a popular
Which
song
bit?
actually.
Excellent. Well, big love to your mum then.
George,
Yeah.
Nick, I wonder if you can relate to this. Like, so I got into music because I felt like I was different to everybody else.
Yeah.
Like, and I think the thing that connects all of us here is that diversity and that difference and that sort of slightly social isolation, slightly socially strange.
Awkwardness. Yeah.
Did you find that? Were you a misfit, or did you fit in with the sporty kids at school as well as the musicians?
Not really, but I was more interested in music than sports and all that.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too, George.
Yeah.
I was kind of, I wasn't the sportiest, although they're still talking about my pole vault in the
Hang on a minute.
attempts. But anyway, that's another story, and we haven't got time for that.
No, clearly. I heard that who was Nick Drake was like famously, he still holds the record for the 100-meter sprint at Cambridge University or something.
Really? Well, that's amazing.
Isn't that weird?
That is amazing. But I was in fact the 1972 Northgate Grammar School for Boys pole vault champion.
Well, do you know what? You get one
I
of
was the only one that knew where the pole was.
Yeah, exactly. There's run and jump. Hey, I'll tell you what we'd like to do. I think it'd be amazing if we can get another song in, because after that, Nick, if you don't mind, we're going to play you some music of ours.
Yeah.
We released another single. It came out today. It's called Behind the Mask. We've got our brilliant friend Callum, who has been with Electric Umbrella as long as I can remember, and he's with us, and he's going to talk about something, the process of making that record. But we'd love to hear you sing one more song before we get into that. What do you fancy singing for us now?
Okay. Well, another old favourite that seemed to go down quite well. So why not?
It went down great. I'll tell you what we're going to do. Every single person on this screen is going to get their hands right up close, and I'm going to press this button, and we're going to give you a huge round of applause. And thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, Nick Kershaw on a UTV.
I got it bad. You don't know how bad I got it. You got it easy. You don't know when you've got it good. It's getting hard, just keeping life and soul together. I'm sick of fighting, even though I know I should. The cold is biting through each and every nerve and fiber. My broken spirit is frozen to the core. Don't wanna be here, no. Wouldn't it be good to be in your shoes, even if it was for just one day? Wouldn't it be good if we could wish ourselves away? Wouldn't it be good to be on your side? The grass is always greener over there. Wouldn't it be good if we could live without a care?
Never seen you do before, and you
Yeah.
started talking about your pink walls. You started talking about, you know, the windows being open and the birds flying past and all of this stuff, and we just wrote it down, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
So, hi Nick, how you doing?
I'm doing well, man. That is amazing. Fantastic song.
It's
To say, to make your own music this lockdown.
No, I haven't. Not during lockdown. But you know, there's two ways of looking at it. I mean, I'm a bit of a control freak, so I do like kind of doing my own thing. But sometimes you need other people's energy, and you need their opinions about what you're doing. You need, you know, and you need that sort of someone to bounce off.
well, if you don't mind, I'm going to bring in my mate Callum. Callum is here. Callum, can you hear me? There is Callum.
Hi, Callum.
Callum, are you there, mate? We've got you. Can you say hello?
I do now.
All right. How are you doing, Callum?
Oh, the apocalypse has started.
Yeah. I believe you're probably right. Is that why you've chosen to come dressed as your bedroom wall?
The actual reason is I just put something on.
Put something on. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, Callum, it's been a weird time for everybody, hasn't it? You and I, when we made that record, we had to record completely like remotely. So no one was in the room, Nick, when we made the whole album. And
Yeah.
Nick, and for that vocal, for example, Callum and I just set up exactly like this. And Callum just sang into his laptop mic as he's, you know, a computer mic as he's doing now. Was that weird for you, Callum?
Yes.
And have you been making some of your own music during lockdown?
Well, in a way, mostly re-recorded MIDIs,
Okay.
note for note.
Why? What kind of thing?
Like a handful of songs that haven't been MIDified.
Okay. Well, gosh, thank goodness for people like you. Otherwise, we would have no midified tracks.
Like one example is Can't Complain, John Otway.
John Otway.
Wow,
You spent your lockdown midifying John Otway songs.
And Lightning Seeds,
And Lightning.
pure.
Yeah. Well, Nick,
Yeah. Well, that's dedication.
pretty amazing. Hey, Callum.
Show the smile behind my mask. Behind the mask, we're all in the same boat. Behind the mask, just trying to stay afloat. Behind the mask, it's hard to understand. Behind the mask, we all do what we can. As if it wasn't hard enough already.
Thank you, and listen, thank you for being a part of that video and that song. I love having you involved. We have an expression, Nick, in Electric Umbrella, which is "Be more Callum." You know, when you just need to get to the point, don't muck around. You need things midified. You just get on with it,
Yeah.
and that's what it's all about.
Very cool.
Callum, do you want to ask Nick anything while you're here?
Yes. What are your thoughts and opinions on music's original master as opposed to remaster?
Right. Okay.
Okay.
If you know what that is.
Yeah. All right. So modern remastering versus the original. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Hey, well, there you go. I told you we'd get some
Wow.
big questions.
Okay. Well, obviously, sometimes they can they can be better. But sometimes it's just not good to mess with things when there was nothing wrong in the first place.
That's a pretty valid answer, I would say.
Yeah.
All right, listen, Callum, thank you so very much. I really appreciate it. And everybody, that single is out now. You can get it. You can share it on Facebook and all of that. So many of the messages in that song, Nick, are about, things were tough enough already, as if it wasn't hard enough.
Yeah.
And we talk a lot about social isolation as something that people with learning disabilities experience all the time. And now the world, feels it as well. And in that respect, we're almost like in the best place here, this group of people to talk about it and sing about it and shout about it. And that's what that record is really all about.
No, I think it's amazing. Really amazing.
Did you practice your own song, your made song already?
I do. Do you know what? I
practice your own songs.
Well, you have to, and some of the old ones are kind of, they've just kind of in there. You don't have to really practice them. And I had to find this out after a year of not playing any songs to anybody. And I've got to play them tonight. Yeah. So it's like, do I still know these songs? So I have been actually practicing today, and especially maybe this next one I'm going to play. I haven't played for a while either, and it's not that old, so. It's not quite as in there as some of the other songs. Yeah, so you have to keep
the whole song.
Yeah.
The whole song made it up. Yeah.
Matt here is a great drummer, Nick. Yeah, and when as and when you do an Electric Umbrella gig with us, Matt here will be on drums. He's a fabulous drummer, fabulous musician.
Brilliant.
Hey, Matt, it's lovely to see you. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to try and get to another question. I've got Chris. Chris sings. Now I know that guy. This is Chris. You look, Chris. Hello, Chris.
How you doing, guys?
You look like Dennis the Menace.
I do tonight. But the other one was Freddy Krueger.
Well, that's the other option. Chris, have you got a question for the one and only actual Nick Kershaw?
I have. Now, we love to celebrate all the good things that we do, and we're not shy in going, you're amazing, and we love that. Could you blow your own trumpet for a minute and just tell us maybe the top 2 or 3 projects you've been involved with that we might not know are you? So maybe songs you've worked on, artists you've worked with that you're really proud of.
Oh, that's a nice question. Yeah,
I don't know. Okay, well, there's there was. I heard one on the radio today. Actually, it's Nikita by Elton John.
Yeah.
I play guitar on that.
Oh, did you?
Maybe don't know that.
Here's a little fact that never.
Oh yeah,
I know.
That's fantastic.
Go ahead, Chris.
In those environments, do you spend a lot of time with Elton? Do you spend a lot of time with those people you're working with, or are you a silent contributor and you do your bit and you get out?
No, I mean at the time that was when was that? That was sort of 86, 85, 86, I think. We actually went into the studio and put a backing track down like in the good old days, and it was just me. It was Dave Mattox on drums and Elton and Dave. Oh, I can't remember the bass player's name. It's terrible.
He'll be on the phone. He'll be like,
yeah, he'll be right on the phone, won't he? But it was it's just us going through. I think I played on 3 songs on the Ice on Fire album.
Awesome.
And it was just great being in a room with them and just playing those songs.
Well, we love a bit of Elton because a lot of people in this room are from Watford. I'm from Watford, and Elton is obviously the man from Watford, the guy from Watford. Thank you very much, Chris. We got so many people that would like to ask a question. I'm going to go to my friend. This is Tomo. We're going to get this song in. And Tomo, I haven't actually had a question from you for a little while. Tomo, how are you doing? You seem to have actually turned into a crab. Is that right?
Yo, curly whirly.
What do you mean, yo, curly whirly? Oh, that's me. Sorry, yeah, I'm curly whirly. Right, okay. Hey, Tomo, what's your question for Nick Kershaw dressed as a crab?
I'm a crab legend king. King.
Is it do you want to teach? Do you want to teach Nick Kershaw how to do the crab dance?
I'd love that.
Is that what you need to? Is that what you feel like you need to do?
Oh yeah, curly whirly.
Well, you can't just call me Curly Whirly and expect to get away with it. Hey, all right. Look, so why don't we do that? Like one of the other songs on our record, Nick, is called "The Crab Dance," and it all comes from this fella here. So why don't we do that? Just because it's an absurd thing to do, we'll do a bit of that. Then we'll get another song out of you. Then we're done. So, ladies and gentlemen, all the way from over there, dressed as a crab. This is Tomo. Tomo. How do you do the crab dance? Go on, real quick.
Put your arm like this. With the pinchies, thingies.
Pinchy
with
fix.
the other one, pinchies.
Yep.
And with your face, do a fat face. And also that a pound.
And do
you might need to stand up.
Oh, okay. Are you on a wheelie chair? Are you on a wheelie chair?
Yeah, I'm on a.
Okay, all right. Well, that'll do. Okay, and then what happens?
Do the crab. Do the crab. Do the crab. Do the crab. Do the crab.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, just for a moment or two, why don't we all do the crab dance? That's it. Put those arms up.
When you've got a view so clear and no fear of flying, falling, the sky's the limit. The sky's the limit, so dive on in it. Go fly your colors so high above us. You're just beginning, so watch your life, 'cause the sky's the limit.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, Nick Kershaw is with us. I can't really believe it. It's so lovely. I think everybody is going to join me to say thank you so very, very, very much. That was absolutely beautiful and a brilliant way to finish off the session. Have you got anything you'd like to say before we sign off, Nick? It's been such a joy to have you on.
No, it's been fabulous being here, Tom. Thanks for asking me, and it's so lovely to meet all those lovely people out there. And thanks for the great questions and cool record, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a joy to put that together, and the whole album is an absolute monster of work. You know, we're this group of people have got a lot to talk about, and we say this quite a lot throughout the record. Just because we don't have a voice doesn't mean we haven't got anything to say, and I think music is the answer to that in so many ways.
Very cool. Very cool.
Very, very cool. Listen, thank you so much. It really has been our pleasure to have you here. Me and my friend Gavin are going to tell everybody about some of the things that are coming up this week. Before we sign out, Gavin, it is Monday today. We've got the choir tomorrow night and Wednesday night, if you'd like to come and have a try with that. On Wednesday, Gavin, what do we have on Wednesday?
Let me guess.
What do we have, Gav? Come on. The Music Machine. I think Gavin might have actually.
Because Tom might be lovely. He's really called Curly Whirly.
Hey, oh, Curly Whirly, that's making you laugh too much. Right, we've lost Gavin, everyone. Ladies and
I'm here.
That's right, he's there. On Thursday morning, we have got the EU Express. On Friday, what have we got on Friday, Gavin?
You forgot. Sorry, now it's on Thursday.
Oh, on Thursday, you're quite right. We have also got the open mic night.
Mike with Kirsty Crawford.
Open mic with Kirsty Crawford. Then we got the sing-along on Friday. We got the breakfast show on Saturday. There is absolutely no excuse for you not getting involved in everything that Electric Umbrella is doing. Please join me in thanking Mr. Nick Kershaw. Thank you so much. We really, really have enjoyed having you with us. And for the last time today, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you very soon. Give us a wave, everybody. Again, I'm always sorry I didn't get to your questions, but give us a lovely wave and we'll see you very soon. You guys take it easy. Look after yourself. Hayley, it was very nice. Ty, lovely to see you. And Ty, I was going to come to you and talk about the writing of that song. You were instrumental in the writing of Behind the Mask. But it's been such a joy to have everyone. But if we don't sign out now, we never will. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give Nick Kershaw one more round of applause. And in 5, it's time to sign out. In 5, let's all do it. 4, 3, 2, 1. See you all very soon. Lots of love to you. Give us a wave. See you later. Bye-bye. Bye.